Hi, Ms. Burnett.
Hello.
Okay, so it looks like you're wanted somewhere. I don't know where.
One out of Rutherford County, Tennessee. Warrant was issued out on September 9, 2024 for 3 charges: theft of property $60,000 to $250,000, and identity theft of at least 10 counts, and a fraudulent use of a $60,000 to $250,000. I will obviously be opposed to a bond. She already waived on November 20th.
Does she have an open local as well?
No, Judge.
Why did it get reset so much?
I do not know. Well, it was carried over.
Oh, it's carried. Okay. Ms. Oko.
Judge, so Ms. Burnett just told me that she's a victim of identity theft. So she's believing that this is just stemming up from someone else using her identity to do different things that she has no, and she did write a report on this, I believe, a few weeks before this charge came down on her.
So you're telling me that the felony capias and the $60,000 to $250,000 theft of property and the 10 count identity theft, the fraudulent use of a debit card of $60,000 to $250,000, all that was someone else?
She claims she's innocent, that someone else used her identity, yet the charges allege theft of $250,000 across 10 counts. The judge isn't convinced yet.
Yes, Judge, that's what I'm being told. Ms. Burnett, go ahead.
Yes. So last year, I already filed a police report against Cash's bond. He stole my social security number and he used it to open up an electricity bill in my name. And I also have other charges against him regarding burglary of inhabitation. He broke into my house and stole my phone, and he stole money from me, and he also put his hands on me. So I'm guessing these charges are from him. I've never been to Tennessee before in my life.
How do we verify that?
I've never been to Tennessee?
No, well, I mean, the problem is that, you know, a lot of people tell me something, right, when in fact the sky's blue instead of purple. People come in here, tell me, yeah, the sky's purple. Man, this pig was blue. And what? Pigs are pink. Yeah, man, this pig was blue. You got to believe it.
I have proof of being in Houston on those dates, whatever dates they're saying.
Okay, so I guess, I mean, I could have you get with the lawyer somehow, you guys. I mean, we've given you a lawyer. She's here to help you out in whatever manner that they can. I would suggest that you guys get together to figure out how. That's a lot of baggage. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I was working with the assistant district attorney. We were pressing charges on him. So I didn't know he was out of jail. He was supposed to be in jail still.
I mean, I guess I can have you guys talk about it. You've already waived, right?
Yes, Judge.
Do you know if Tennessee's going to come get her?
As far as I know, they are, unless they tell me different from 5 days ago. But the waiver was sent on the day she signed with the magistrate, so they would have told me.
You basically have 9 days left.
And with the nature of the offenses, they can be done remotely because their identity, the very nature of the offense is that they could be done remotely. And if it was similar to conversion for the theft of property, they could have occurred from here, but the impact in Tennessee.
And here's the deal. We give the other jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. You've already been sitting in there and you waived already. So they only have 9 days to come and get you. If they don't come within that time, Harris County releases you. So, but I'll tell you, even if Harris County releases you, that warrant is always going to remain out there until you go back to Tennessee and try to take care of it one way or the other.
I don't mind going to Tennessee. I have transportation. I just don't want to remain in custody.
I know. No one does, right? But
and I was told there was some type of video, so I don't see how it could be electronically done.
Also, it is worth noting that
we don't know. We're speculating. We don't know.
The judge told me when I went to court on Wednesday night.
What was on video?
They said they have a video of me and Cash's bond in Tennessee.
Just give me a second, Jake. Okay. I don't get access to any of that. Right here, all we were worried about is identity. Are you Naomi Burnett? And if you are, we establish the identity, that the charges are proper, If so, how do we go forward? A lot of times we let someone bond out if the person is not a danger, right? And we know that they're going to go back. But we don't know much about you, you know.
I have no criminal record. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree.
But
So if it's a matter of verifying the identity, if she's contesting identity, then she can withdraw the waiver and we can go for a governor's warrant. Or
I don't think she's contesting identity. She wants a bond, is what she
so, like I
wants.
said, with the amount in the offense, with 250,000 on both theft of property and fraudulent use of credit card, and the fact that it's 10, which would be a third degree or second degree felony here, is that I'd be opposed with the sheer amount that is being alleged.
Yeah, one of the other things is that the higher level of charges, the more unlikely it is that we're going to give a bond, because the higher likelihood a person has of taking flight and not going back. So I don't know at this time whether I'm comfortable in setting you a bond. Okay. I don't know what connections you have here. I don't know what connections you have there. And the last thing I want to do is lose you, because that's a lot of stuff to answer to. And we want to make sure that, you know, whoever it is that has those charges is able to answer up to those charges. So
I also say that I already have a lawyer ready in Tennessee.
So what we can do here, what we can do is I can have you talk with Ms. Oko, figure out if there's some way that you can show that it's someone else, right? And if so, then we can talk more. Okay. But understand that I can't just take your word for it, you know?
Understand?
Okay. So
Even if I have police reports on him for already stealing my identity.
I'll let you talk with Ms. Oko, see what you can formulate, craft some kind of plan so that they're satisfied and I'm satisfied, and then we'll go from there. Okay. It's not a no. I mean, it's an uphill battle, but it's not a definite no at this point. Okay.
Understand.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Chisholm. And you know, just give me a heads up what Mr. Fox. Let me express my extreme disappointment. You know, and I think what makes me so very upset is that when people truly need help, the fact that we push it along. And since day one, we've known residential has been needed. It's time. You now stand charged with another DWI. You're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. On that one, you're facing up to 10 years in prison, a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
The officers observed the defendant engage in a race with another on a road in Harris County, Texas. The officer attempted to catch up to the vehicles and was unable to catch up to the other driver. However, the officer caught up to the defendant's vehicle and attempted to initiate a traffic stop by activating lights and sirens.
A high-speed chase, a bottle of wine, a Zoloft prescription, and now up to 10 years in prison hangs over him.
The defendant failed to stop and engaged officers in a 13-mile pursuit. When officers made contact, they observed the defendant step out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and the officers observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and unsteadiness. The defendant admitted to drinking a bottle of wine and taking a Zoloft. During search of the vehicle, the officers found an empty bottle of wine and a Sonic cup that contained a liquid smelling of alcohol.
Alcohol in the car?
Yes, Judge. And the defendant refused standard field sobriety test. DIC was read, and the defendant refused breath. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Mr. Fox, did we already have an affidavit on file that he's not supposed to drive?
Let me double check.
I am now putting this affidavit that you're not to drive. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, if you get out, because I don't know if you're getting out, then I will have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. I am now, if you get out, ordering you to be under home confinement. I think that your bond at $15,000 on the DWI is wholly insufficient, and I'm going to raise that to $50,000. I'm also going to raise the terroristic threat, the probation that you're on now. I'm also going to raise that to $50,000 and $50,000 and 1, 2, 3. How many cases does he have in Fort Bend open? I know he has the one DWI, but what else does he have?
I believe it's just the one DWI judge. But Alex is gonna double check for us. And also, Judge, the complainant in the terroristic threat case did reach out to the felony prosecutor because she saw that the defendant had been arrested. She is currently has filed for divorce from the defendant, and she is requesting that he is not to be in house arrest at her house. It is under her name. So I'm not sure if that's the address we have on file, but if you were opposing house arrest, she was requesting that it's not there.
Okay, so, I need to get Mr. Butler here so we can deal with this case as well, though. Do you mind perhaps reaching out to him, sending an email, or I'll also call out to the office as well to see. He's always in court. Hopefully he can be here now. And then as soon as the line dies down, I'll also reach out to him as well.
All right. There was also one last Spanish THA just in it.
Okay. So she does not want any contact with him as far as, okay, so Mr. Fox, you're not to have contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. You're not to go with where they live, work.
She just said that I'm not going to live there. I mean, we talk every day that I'm.
You're not even, no, I mean, she doesn't want to have contact with him?
No, that's not what she said.
I'll pull up the email, Judge.
And when did she call the DAs?
She emailed on November 21st. So I think that she saw that the new charges had been filed. She was just concerned. She expressed concern to the felony prosecutor that if the defendant is released to his home address, that's where she's currently staying, and they are going through a divorce. I don't think she'd said anything about no contact between the two. She just requests that he's not sent,
Okay, so I won't do the no contact then. Okay. Okay, I want to have a hearing on this ASAP. I'm not waiting anymore on the stuff from, damn it, I can't do anything now. He's got these cases open anyways. Wait, what a waste. All right, Mr. Fox, if you're released, like I said, home confinement, on one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you will get a scram ankle monitor so we know that you're not consuming alcohol.
With multiple cases open, house arrest, and alcohol monitors, the judge makes one thing clear: there's no room for mistakes.
Is that it? I guess that's it, right? No weapons. And then he'll have to, prior to release, he's going to get all those, and then you'll have to find somehow another address for him to live, James, because, we need the address prior. And I don't know if he's going to bond out now, but.
Yes, Judge.
See, but.
Can I get that rehabilitation that you had offered?
Not while cases are open. You have the case also that's open in Fort Bend as well.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what's going to happen in there. I'll tell you, those cases take even longer to resolve than here. And then how are you going to be able to resolve that over there when you've got this stuff over here? So at some point, you're going to have to transfer over there, resolve stuff. It's just, it's even more of a mess now. So, all right, I guess I'm going to have you put back now. I want to wait to see if we can get Mr. Butler here today. And then if not, we'll just roll it to tomorrow until we get him.
And Judge, I have two more in custody.
Okay, who's next?